Hello, my name is Jesse Herrera, and this is from a Kinesiology 557 class. We're going to be doing a series of tests today on our client, same client from last week, Lauren Herrera. We will be starting off first with the blood pressure test. So we'll be taking Lauren's blood pressure. So the first thing we're going to do is make sure the patient's been sitting at least 5 minutes. That way she's not coming off being active. She's not lying down, been resting, so we can get a good reading. We're going to go ahead and first thing we're going to do is try to find her pulse here using her finding the brachial artery, which is usually right inside the arm, right above the elbow, right about there. So that's where we're going to go ahead and line up our cuff. When we put the cuff on, we want to be about 1 inch up from the elbow line. We're lining up the arrow here, the artery. Now we want the cuff snug, but we don't want it tight. We definitely don't want it loose either. Go ahead and get our stethoscope. Hear the beats. So what we're going to do again here is we're going to find that same pulse. So we can find that brachial artery. We want to make sure our scope is not touching the cuff. That way we don't get that extra echo sound. We're going to make sure we twist our dial here all the way to the right. That way we can pump this up. We're going to pump up the sphygmomanometer to about 160 to 200. So here we go. I want to go ahead and get in there. Once we get there, we're going to slowly release the dial about 2 to 3 mercuries per second. And we're going to be starting to listen for the Karakoff sounds. There we go. So that reading was 122 over 78. So we'll go ahead and release that cuff. I'm going to write that down. 122 over 78. All right, we're going to do the test one more time. So we have her place your arm up here. Let's find that pulse again. Okay, put the cuff on. Your arm inside, please. Place it on the table. Again, snug, not loose, not tight. Go ahead and find that. There's that brachial artery again. Going to turn all the way to the right so we can pump up to 160 and 200. We're going to slowly release the dial 2 to 3 mercuries per second. Listening for those Karakoff sounds. pretty close second reading. 120 over 76, so both numbers just slightly lower. So that concludes our blood pressure test. Okay, we're back here. We're going to be doing our second test. It's going to be the waist to hip test. So first, we're going to be measuring in centimeters our client's waist. We're going to look for the narrowest point of the waist, which looks right about here. What we'll do is, you put your arms up, please. Just kind of make the shape like this. We'll go around. And let the tape overlap. Zoom in there. So right about 88 and a half. Okay, so we will write that down. Our first measurement of the waist, 88 and a half. Go ahead and do the waist. We'll do the waist measurement again. Again, we're looking for the narrowest part of the waist. Let this overlap. And this time we have a 89 and a half. Okay, so for the hip measurement, we're going to go ahead and look for the, you want to go ahead and turn sideways, put your arms out in front of you. We're going to look for the biggest part of the glutes, and that's what we're going to measure from. And then we'll let the tape overlap. Looks like 111 right on the dot. Go ahead and write that down. 11 centimeters. Go ahead and measure one more time. Again, going from the biggest part of the glutes. Go ahead and let it overlap. And looks like 111 and a quarter. And that'll conclude our waist to hip measurements. Okay, we're back with our final test. We're doing the Jason Pollock skin fold test. My client's obviously a woman, so we'll be doing the test for the woman, which is we're going to be testing 3 sites for the skin fold: the tricep, the abdomen, and the suprailiac, which is the crest line right here above the hip. So what we're going to do first here, this is our skin fold calipers. For the tricep test, we're going to go ahead and make a 90-degree angle. We're going to first measure the top of the shoulder to the bottom of the elbow, which is about 15. So we're going to go halfway, which is 7.5. And we're going to go ahead and make a mark right there. And we're going to get a good pinch there to make sure not too light, so we're not just getting skin, but not too deep where we're getting into the muscle. We put our calipers right there, and we're going to get our reading. 31. 31 millimeters for the tricep. And we'll go ahead and we're going to do our abdomen. So for the abdomen, we're going to go ahead, we're going to go 1 centimeter out from the umbilicus. Go ahead and mark that right there. We're going to take our calipers, get a good pinch here. Looks like 20 on the dot. So our abdomen is 20. Now we're going to be doing the suprailiac. For that, we're going to find the crest line. Could you kind of point to your hip bone if you could feel that? Right about there, does that feel like your hip bone?
Yes.
So from here, we're going to go about an inch up. Hip bone again. Inch up. And right here is that crest line from the hip bone. We're going to take our measurement here. Get a good piece. You can see the 19. So we're going to go back and start over again with the tricep. Should have our marker ready. Go ahead and make a 90-degree angle. Make sure it's not too tight. Go ahead and pinch here. And that's a 31. And that's what we had the first time. So that one's good. We do our abdomen again. It's a little harder here. Looks like we had make sure we get a good piece. I don't feel like we got a good one there. Not hurting you, am I?
No.
Looks like that's one. We got a 19. And we had 20 last time, so we're within 2, so we're okay there. Now we'll do the suprailiac again. Let's get a good piece there. And we had 19 last time. So because we're within 2, we don't have to remeasure. So we have done our skin fold test, done our blood pressure, and we've done the waist to hip measurements. Thank you.